Hi everyone, the Carrot here, and in today's video I'll bring to you the first version of our project we've been working on for a few weeks, which is our SMP Datapack. Yes, you heard me right. We have created a multiplayer-oriented datapack for survival. In this video, we'll go over multiple stuff. You can see the timestamps on the screen. First up, why this datapack? Well, we wanted to improve the experience of the survival multiplayer servers by fixing some problem we think Minecraft has about multiplayer, while still keeping a close bond with the vanilla game. We thought that multiplayer needed a lot of changes, so we added some quality of life features to bring this life into multiplayer. So, without further ado, let's get right into the features. The first thing you may notice is above your hotbar. Yes, you guessed it, it's temperature. Be careful to not being above 30 degrees or below 0 because you'll start taking damage. Temperature can change with a lot of factors, like holding certain items or being in certain locations. You can also get wet now. If you get out of water, you have particles around you that mean you're wet. When being wet, temperature decreases more easily. Next up, mobs. We wanted to make endgame players struggle a bit against mobs too. So we thought about it for a long time and we decided to make the mob scale in difficulty with the player progress. This was no easy task though, because there is so much factors of progress in the game. It turns out we've decided to make difficulty scale with 3 factors: advancements, mob kills and playtime. Now, mobs will have better stats and armor depending on your progress. At the start of the game, mobs will basically be vanilla, but as you get more kills, playtimes and advancements, their armor will upgrade as well as their stats. We also have decided to change the 2 bosses. Indeed, the wizard is now a bit stronger and has some more attacks, like this big dash ability that explodes on arrival. And the dragon fight is now totally different too. We've decided to make it more like an SMP event rather than a simple fight you need to do at the end of the game. We've also decided to make it harder. When entering the end for the first time, players are stuck in an invisible wall. Only someone with high permissions can start the fight so that no one does the fight solo. When an admin has started the fight, players are now free to compete. On top of killing the boss, the new fight now requires player to earn points. You can do so thanks to multiple ways: the Mage the Dragon, break crystals, pick up dragon breath, hit players. This will steal points, meaning that the other player is going to have -1 point, placing under eyes on the frame, participating in respawning the dragon. Rewards are given to the top 5 players. The dragon also has new attack, a fang that comes out of the ground and tries to hit you, a deadly laser that charges, aims and blocks the position after a while, a weird cube that needs to be hit with melee or ranged, which spawns when the dragon is at midlife. An ender pearl that teleports a random player. It only launches if the dragon is enraged. Then we have factions. You can find faction outposts around the world. A villager will be waiting for you inside. In order to create a faction, you will need to buy a faction paper from it and rename it to the faction's name. Then create a banner, choose a wood color and drop all of these things at the villager. This will create the faction and you'll automatically be set as the leader. A new villager will then spawn, and the villager that was already there will be converted to the faction's advisor. You can buy the faction's banner and move eggs from him. To invite other players, the leader needs to buy an invite token at the invite manager in exchange for 1 emerald. They then give it to the player that wants to join, who needs to click on the faction's invite manager in order to join the faction. If you don't want to be in a faction anymore, just run trigger leave faction. If you were the leader, a new one will be chosen randomly. The faction area is defined by a 200 block radius sphere around the center of the outpost. You are obviously free to break the outpost, move the villagers, and create your own headquarters. We also added quality of life features. 4 new recipes, which include dyeing concrete powder, dyeing colored wool, smelting raw or blocks, getting gravel with stone in stone cutter, or drying wet sponges on campfires. We also added new right-click actions. This includes right-clicking on a fully grown crop with any hoe to harvest it without breaking it, right-clicking on a piston with a slime ball, or right-clicking with any axe on a sticky piston. A new way to upgrade potions when lightning strikes a brewing stand. Trophies, which are items that can only be obtained by 1 player on the server for being the first player to obtain a certain achievement. There are about 40 of them. And finally, a lot more achievements. Finally, the last feature is the SMP settings menu. You can do /function bc SMP setup SMP/setup in order to toggle on and off some vanilla game rules, as well as custom rules such as mob difficulty scaling or temperature. Alright, that's the end of the features presentation. You can find the download of the Datapack in the description. But wait, there's a disclaimer. You are obviously allowed to play this on a server with your friends as long as it's private and you don't earn any money with it. Be careful when setting the server up so that only the owner is able to run functions. This project will probably now be on break, but expect a new version coming later, adding more stuff. Do not forget to join our Discord server. You can make suggestions for this pack there, as well as getting support. On that note, thanks for watching and happy SMPing!